think I will tell you, during the freedom movement, people like Savarkar, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, V.D. Savarkar, he was a Hindu Mahasabha leader. He was imprisoned by the British. He was, he was captured in England. He had escaped, but somebody was located in England and he was captured by the British, handed over to the Indian police. He was being transferred to India by ship. And in Marseilles, as the ship stopped there, he jumped off the ship and ran into France. They had a lot of problems catching him again. But anyway, they caught him and brought him back, sent him to the Andamans for several years, solitary confinement. That a man could escape the British and give them a lot of trouble. We used to be great admirers of Savarkar in those days. Similarly, Chavan, Y.B. Chavan, a young man at that time, he created hell for the British in Satara district of Maharashtra. He, there were others, Achyut Patwardhan and some others. They gave hell. They were all our heroes as students. They could not locate him. Chavan was in hiding in Satara itself and police could never capture him. Like that, we had a number of heroes in those days, and similarly, we used to hate B.R. Ambedkar.
Oh.
B.R. Ambedkar was the one big leader who opposed freedom. You give freedom to India, the schedule, the untouchables will be finished by the upper caste. So please don't go. Similarly, when the Viceroy decided to arrest Gandhiji, Nehru and others in 1942, before that he consulted his executive council. His executive council in those days consisted of a number of Englishmen and 4 or 5 Indians. And of these 4 or 5 Indians, all the others opposed the arrest of Gandhi. They said, the resolution says Gandhiji should come and negotiate with you. Why are you wanting to arrest him? But Ambedkar said, you arrest him. So all this came out. And you know what happened when Gandhiji was arrested? Gandhiji and all the other leaders were arrested. The other 3 Indian members, if I remember rightly, one was M.S. Ane, one was N.R. Sarkar, and there was another 3rd member. Those 3 resigned from the Viceroy's executive. But Ambedkar continued with the Viceroy's. So he not only opposed the freedom, he actually strongly supported the British action in arresting these people. And so we were all very anti-Ambedkar. That is what one freedom fighter said in 1990. There was a meeting in Hyderabad of freedom fighters. And their contention was, people are writing histories of the freedom movement and they are not giving proper place for those like us who have participated in the various movements and gone to jail, suffered, we lost our property, we lost our families, jobs, everything. But nothing much is said about our sacrifices. But a fellow like Ambedkar who opposed freedom, he is being deified and all sorts of things are happening to him. What is this going on? What sort of history is this? Next day I was going to, I used to have my office in Gandhi Bhavan, which is the Congress headquarters. There in one room, the Freedom Fighters Association had an office. The man who spoke like this was the president of that association. So when I was going to my office in Gandhi Bhavan, I found a huge crowd there and in front of that office, they had pulled out that man.
Yeah.
and tore his shirt, and they were trying to beat him up. Fortunately, police came rushing and rescued him. Otherwise, he would have been lynched that day. You know who they were? They were all scheduled caste fellows who said, "You have spoken ill of Ambedkar. Who are you to swear?" But that is what I say. Today, if you ask anybody, people think Savarkar is a, he is a Hindu, active Hindu. He should not be admired. And Ambedkar is a great hero. But by young, that is what I find. So in history, what happens is as time goes on, heroes of one day will become zeros in another day. Savarkar, you can't, but that fellow suffered from freedom for 7 years, 8 years, solitary, and Shanta's father-in-law told me, when they confine a person in solitary cell in Andaman, they give him a broken pot, that it is like a tub. He has to collect rainwater, and that is his water, drinking water. They would not give him drinking water. They would keep him completely enclosed, and nobody should have any contact with him. And they would give some wretched food through a hole in the gate, things like that.
Gotcha.
And like that, they were there for 7 years, 8 years, came back. But later, he was a pro-Hindu. So his role in the freedom movement is forgotten. You cannot talk well of V.D. Savarkar. And similarly, Ambedkar happened to be the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution. He was only one of the members of the committee. There were 7 other dignitaries like Alladi, Krishnamurthi Iyer, Gopalaswamy Iyengar, K.M. Munshi, B.N. Rao, all these people together. All these people together, they drafted the Constitution. And Ambedkar was only chairman of that committee. But now you give all credit only to Ambedkar.